hot mic.
I pray for returned friends. You know, when you they say if you love something, let it go. Mm-hmm. Comes back to you, it's yours. If it doesn't, it never was. That was a poster I saw one time in a public restroom.
In a public
restroom. And I thought, well, that's true. You know, you throw a bottle into an ocean with a message. Will anyone find it? Will it float back to you? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Guess what?
What?
Our bottle has floated back to us. I open it up, and inside there's a note, and in Mark's handwriting, the note says, "Daria, Daria is back." Well, that applause is so loud, J-Rod. Can you just tone that down a little bit for me? That was so loud. Daria is back.
I mean, hi, guys.
Oh, my God.
Daria.
Forever.
Nikki Boyer has a job. Daria is back. She's going to be with us the entire episode. Okay, everybody? So much to catch up with you on. The prayer word of the day is reunited. Reunited.
Okay. And it feels so good.
Mark, give us that announce that we love so much. Please give it to us. I'm begging. Give it to me, please. Please. Mark, everyone say please. Mark, please. CJ, maybe if you say it.
Please.
Yes.
Live from the Benstown Studios in Los Angeles, it's Straight Talk with Ross Matthews.
We found the one
He's the
thing
gay
Mark's
best
good
friend
at.
you wish you had and know you need.
This is tough love, honey.
Now, here he is, Ross Matthews.
Give me some
Straight talk. Straight talk.
and hold the sugar, please.
Sing it if you know it.
Straight talk, straight talk.
Sounds pretty sweet
To me, that's good.
Don't talk to me in circles and some
Mumbo jumbo jive.
Everybody.
Hi.
And welcome to the program. What a phenomenal program we have for you today. Daria is in for Nikki Boyer, who is out. Oh, it's so good to have you here.
Look at the new digs, by the way.
The new studio, right?
Yeah, like I haven't been here and I love it.
Right. It's very intimate. It's like sexy. We're all like, if you guys don't know, we're all like sitting in a round now where we're all facing each other. So I can look like right now I'm looking CJ deep in his deep chocolate eyes.
Oh, God.
Yes.
I'm looking Fagsy.
CJ's like I have a headache.
I'm trying to look at his eyes, but he's wearing women's sunglasses, so it's hard to see through. I'm looking Daria and her eyes, beautiful. And Mark is in a different room, which is wonderful. Mark is here today. Also, J-Rod is here. Maybe we'll get him in. He's working the booth. We'll get him in here. And pretty soon we are going to get what they call a squawk box in the biz, where they can talk to us from the directing booth into our booth, into where the production booth is, and like hopefully it'll have a sound like a, you know what I'm saying, like that kind of breaker.
And where's Willie been?
Willie has been. He still works for us with us. He's just doing another show at this time, so he'll be back. Is what I'm hearing, right, Mark? Willie's gonna come back. I think we'll get an answer on that. You know, I think he might.
Flushed.
Willie might be on my lips or on my face, but I'll need to look. I need a mirror.
Yeah.
CJ is here as well.
Hi, Daria. I love your hair, by the way.
Oh my
I
God!
must say.
I was gonna say, like, I need to know what to do next. I was gonna ask you guys, especially Ross loves to make decisions.
Sure.
For my hair.
Also, Fagsy is here. Great,
Hi.
Fagsy. Great. Yes, but no, let's get right to it. People are excited. Daria is here. Let's not bury the lead. Your hair is longer.
It's super long.
Yeah, and it's darker. And I just am really into it.
Really?
Me too.
Yes.
It's my natural color at the top. For those of you who can't see it.
We've got a good 4 inches. 4 inches is fine.
Yeah.
Of like a brown root, and then there's this golden situation that's happening, and it is past a nipple. Like
it's long.
If you want to know how long it is, it's like she pushed it forward in front of her breast, and it's coming down, and it's probably put it in front of the nipple because I just need to gauge it by nipples. It's about 2 inches past the nipple, wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
2-3 inches. What do you say, Fagsy?
I say it's about, about 1 inch, right?
No, I'm thinking that's
Where
2
you-
inches. Look, she's
Here,
pulling it
pull it.
down.
Oh,
Pull it
yeah.
down.
Yeah.
I love.
Mark's touching my head.
Wait, Daria,
right
are
now,
you
just
still
so you know.
single?
Yes.
Hold on, time out. Mark just lifted up Daria's headphone and whispered something into her
No, he
ear.
didn't even say anything.
What did you say?
Oh, I didn't hear anything.
These mics, you need to talk directly into the mic.
Okay, I'm glad you whispered.
She's way low to you guys.
She is? Because I can hear her.
No, in the mix, she's
She's low. Say it on the mic so people. You can't just come and stop the show mid. What?
Daria needs to. She's used to different mics. With these mics, they're very. You have to talk right into the middle of it because they're blocking all the other sound out. So if you're back here or to the side,
show us. Be back where we can't hear.
Over here, you can't hear me as well as you can if I go right here.
Oh, and that's what Daria was doing.
Yeah.
So you walked in and you were trying. I see what Mark was trying to do. He was trying to do a good thing. Mark was trying
I appreciate
not.
it.
Very helpful.
Mark was trying not to bring the show to a screeching halt. So instead, he walked over to Daria while she was in a mid-sentence, lifted up her headphone, and whispered into her ear. Now, I imagine it sounds something like this.
I didn't even hear a whisper.
You didn't even hear.
This.
What did you say when you said, make sure you put your, and Mark's hot breath on you. Can you imagine Mark's
I actually
hot?
waited. Well, she wasn't talking. Somebody was talking to her, but I said, make sure you talk into the microphone.
Make sure you talk into the microphone. Jess, what did you have for lunch today? Make sure you talk into the microphone. What did you have for lunch? I'm just curious.
It's my diet food, so it was like mashed potatoes with Tabasco and yogurt and a tortilla with peanut butter and fresh blueberries.
That's kind of what I eat a lot.
Mashed potatoes and a tortilla?
I'll just say the name of it's Nutrisystem.
Yeah.
So one of the lunch things is like a mashed potatoes. It's all powdered stuff. You add water to. It's lovely.
It's riveting.
That's why lots of Tabasco.
Great.
Thrilling.
Did his breath smell like mashed potatoes and yogurt and peanut butter?
I use mints and brush my teeth. Thank you very much.
Okay, good. Thank you, Mark.
Thanks, Mark.
Thank you, Mark.
So funny.
The good thing about when Mark comes into the program is you forget what you were saying.
Mm-hmm. You really do. And it's funny what mic he picks. Do you notice he will pick like CJ's mic or my mic or Daria's mic? It's just funny. Like, which one is he going to go to?
This is why we need a squawk box, CJ, because you know what Mark could have done? Could have done when we get that, he could go, I hate to interrupt, but Daria, could you make sure you get your mouth right up close into the mic?
I have to say,
and then we would have stopped.
That's right.
And we would have said, Mark, don't interrupt the show. And then we would have been done. It would have been 5 minutes later of me still going, whoop, whoop, whoop.
Or we should just have a Mark button where it just goes directly somewhere else if we don't want to talk to him.
God forbid, don't give him a handheld mic. Don't give him a handheld.
Oh, Mark loves it. Can I just bring this up really? Can Mark get in here? Because this actually brings me on to something. Taya, where's Taya? Taya on my phone. Where's Taya? I have, so Taya, let me try to find it on my phone. Okay. How do I find where Taya and I have texted each other? In my phone. Daria? Oh, I got it.
Oh, just search Taya. That's what
Taya. Okay. Oh, you know what I did?
What?
I searched Taya.
You're so smart.
Where is this? Where is the where but we text too much. How do I find the thing she sent me that's audio?
Do you remember what one of you said around it that is unique? I just searched for that word.
Hold on, Mark, get in here. So Taya recently, she went down to Mark's school. Mark, can you get on the phone here? Taya, you know, is my bestie, right? And we started the show together, right?
Adore her. J'adore Taya.
J'adore Taya. So Taya is a great person. And I said to her, like, can you do something this night or something? She goes, I can't because I'm going down to Mark's daughter's school for a fundraiser. And I said, you are such a better person than I am.
Wow.
So what did she do, Mark? Where did she
Look
go?
how happy Mark is.
What did she do?
So our daughter's preschool, Diane and I are on the board. We're the fundraising chairs, and the big fundraiser that they do every year is a casino night. It's at an American Legion Hall.
Oh, well.
Where drinks are cheap and strong. Mm-hmm. And it's a casino night, so there's gambling and whatnot, and then there's a silent auction. Mm-hmm. And then, if need be, a live auction as well. And so, as being the chair or whatnot,
I'm only letting you talk this long because I'm searching for something.
I'm stretching for you. And anyway, so I end up emceeing. I happen to have a whole PA system because that's what people have. And so I set it up and I do the whole music playing and MC the event and whatnot.
So you're on the board.
So what did Taya do?
So Taya, actually, she bid on something and won and gave it to Diana. It was very nice of her to donate.
So she just went as support. She didn't go to be a part of the auction.
We have a certain amount of tickets, and so I invited her as one of our guests for tickets.
Oh.
What now? Why did you want to bring Taya? Why did you want to bring Taya?
I hadn't seen Taya in a long time, and I'm just like, hey, I actually invited her and her boyfriend, but her boyfriend, who I think his name is Todd Glass and lives in Canada.
I don't get that. What?
Brady Bunch.
Oh, Todd Glass. Yes, I remember that.
I don't get that.
Making
Or George
up a boy.
Glass.
George Glass. I was like,
Todd
why? I
Glass
remember
is
the
a comedian.
glass.
George Glass.
Okay, hold on, everyone. I'm finding what I'm looking for, Mark. Thank you. You can stop talking now.
Yeah.
So I had to go find this thing and then send it to myself. It's a whole thing. But so Taya was there at Mark's fundraising. Now, I couldn't be there because I told Mark I couldn't be there. But the truth is, I was watching television at home. So what Taya did is she made some recording. Mark hosted the whole thing. So there's this fundraiser. I don't know what's going on. I just was busy. I couldn't go. But so Taya sends me recordings of Mark up there doing like an auction.
Oh my God.
She recorded on her phone. She sent it to me. Listen.
And now, who put their raffle tickets in the box to win the watch? If you put your raffle tickets in the box to win the watch, you're going to grab them right now.
Does this sound horrible?
It also sounds
horrible,
like there's
but
peanut
he's-
shells on the floor.
Yeah, but he's
and
in his
straw.
element.
Listen,
I really think
listen.
he wants to be a star.
Who put their raffle tickets in the box to win the watch?
So there was a raffle ticket in a box to win a watch, and people put raffle tickets in the box.
What you did is with the casino night, for every $100 of chips you won, you could trade them in for a raffle ticket, and then you put the raffle ticket in the boxes. And so we drew prizes throughout the night.
Okay.
Now remember,
so
I've been
people
drinking lots, too.
So you're drinking at a school festivity.
No, it's not at a school. It's at an American Legion Hall.
Right.
It's for adults only. And yes, you need people to drink because when people get drunk, they spend more money.
bid
So
more.
so they put their money in a box for a watch, and this is Mark. Okay, this is you guys riveted by this. Do you want to hear?
In the chat room, people are like, everyone's staring at Mark.
Okay, great. Okay, hold on.
Put your raffle tickets in the box to win the watch. You're going to grab them right now.
How drunk are you at this
Oh my
point?
God.
A few rum and cokes.
All right, the winner of the watch for the score 3, 6, 0. 360.
And then the crowd went wild. The person that won the watch just went wild. Now, Taya also sent me an interview she did with you. I haven't heard this yet. Is it funny? Is it worth playing?
I know I was drunk when we did this.
Taya. So Taya, what she did.
This is
hold
Taya.
on. Hold on. So Taya's with Mark sending me these things. I go, Taya, interview Mark. See if you can get anything out of him. I didn't listen to this yet. I should have. But let's listen.
Okay, so this is Taya. I'm reporting live in the field from Mark Dagenkold's school fundraiser. Mark, please let me know what is the item you most want to bid on tonight in this silent auction.
Oh my God, I've always wanted one of these things. I mean,
Okay, you are drunk.
He's drunk. He's totally drunk.
Yeah. Okay.
everybody should have one. It's a Belgian waffle maker, and not just like a waffle iron, but the professional kind where you put it in and then you flip it over, like they have them at like when you stay at like Holiday Inn Express.
Okay.
It's like he's on Antiques Roadshow.
This is you are something else, Mark. This is when Mark feels like a star. He's the host.
Yeah, that's right.
He's being interviewed at his big show, and so he's turned. It's like usually Mark is out here.
I'm also drunk.
Hi, I'm Mark, and I'm down here usually. But interview me. Ask me a question, Faxi. But I'm usually down here.
So what did you do this afternoon?
Oh, well, I went to the mall, and I drove my car all the way there, and I got in the mall, and I said, I want an orange Julius, so I got one, because I'm a star.
Well, Taya
You
told me what
understand?
she was doing too, and so I did turn it up a little bit. Breakfast, the ones you pour the batter and then you flip it, and they make the Belgian waffles. Oh, I've always wanted.
Yeah, flip it. Yeah, flip it. You ever heard of a waffle maker? Well, what's the one you can flip?
Well, they're suspended, and then you turn it over, and then it tells you when it's
It's not
done.
your ordinary waffle maker. You can
not.
flip it.
I mean,
So funny.
You can flip it. You can flip it.
So I'm standing here. Nobody else can bid. If they bid, I will outbid them.
I have to tell you, we've been talking about all sorts of things tonight, Mark and I. And Mark hasn't interjected in every conversation. I'm sorry, I'm thinking about that waffle maker.
I need me a waffle maker, damn it.
He's also going to take out the accompanying waffle mix and incorporate his own waffle mix. Talk more on that, please.
Oh, it's a family recipe. Was my
Oh my God! More about me? You think I'm interesting? Wait till you hear about my secret family waffle recipe. You thought I wowed you already? Oh, wait till you hear this one.
Oh my
Did you hear the
God.
one about my family
You could just keep doing it. I was waiting to get sick of it, but I'm not.
It's so enjoyable.
So good.
Yeah.
It's true.
I just love how you jump in.
What? Say what now? What?
He jumps in and so happy when he's drunk.
Are you asking me a question? Because I have an answer.
Tell us about the waffle maker.
Oh, good, because I know about waffle maker.
I knew this was going to be. My grandmother gave it to me, and we used to start from scratch with buttermilk and flour, eggs, all that stuff.
My grandmother, it's butter, it's flour, it's eggs, and then you put it in a waffle maker, and you flip it.
People are kind of over it, though, in the chat room. I'm just
Close that computer then. Close it. I don't want to hear.
I thought it was my job to bring the voice in.
No,
I'm gonna
actually, we
close
do.
it.
I'm thoroughly
We do it
enjoying
in the
this.
other
I love
room
it,
now
too.
because it clogs the system.
fucking
Everybody's
mix.
on it.
This is Taya Faber reporting from Torrance, California, signing out.
Really phenomenal work, Taya.
Really phenomenal work.
Mark, thank you so much.
Do you want to know
you,
if I got
Mark.
the waffle iron?
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Good to see you.
I kind of want to
Bye-bye.
know.
I did get the waffle iron.
Bye-bye.
I was going to make waffles and bring it in for a snack attack. You told me you were going to be doing this. That was my plan, but you didn't tell me you were doing this today.
Bye-bye.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Cold chicken
Mark,
fingers.
Mark, and I
Bye,
say, and I
Mark.
speak for everybody. You are just waffle.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
It's so good.
Honey. Honey,
God.
honey.
How could people be over that in the chat room?
Because it's Mark.
No.
What were they saying in the chat
A few
room?
people were like,
Bye,
let's
Mark.
see.
Thank you.
Thanks, Mark.
Okay.
Let's see. Sorry, I'm scrolling with the new
No worries.
interface. They
No
were just. They
worries.
said they're over it. Next. Someone just wrote next. Someone else
Next,
wrote
didn't
nope.
you want to know about how if he got the waffle maker? Or
I
not?
wanted to know, and I can listen to you doing Mark forever,
I love
Ross.
that.
How much do you think-
love it.
How much do you
love
think
it.
he spent on the waffle maker, Mark?
$20.
No.
I'm gonna say he spent $38 on the waffle maker. Fagsy,
Well, 48.
48. I'm locking in 38.
As a
Fagsy.
purchase or as a bid?
No, he won it.
So the bid.
How much did he get it for?
Oh, $47.
47. You said 48. I said 38.
I didn't have any headphones on, so I heard.
So he bid on a waffle maker at his kid. It was a riveting story. You want it because we can retell
40,
it.
$40.
$40. Mark, come in here. Mark, and this just very quickly, just in the microphone, tell me how much you spent on the waffle maker. I can't believe I care, but I need to know.
I think $65.
What?
Oh my God!
Wait,
really?
wait for a waffle maker? Is it like one of the regular ones, or can you flip it?
You can flip it.
Wait, do you have a
That's the
family
money all goes to the
recipe?
school,
Okay,
so.
get out. I can flip
We
it.
raised
Oh my
like $10,000.
That's
Great,
awesome.
Mark.
$10,000. That's
really-
really good.
Really phenomenal.
Phenomenal
Wow.
work.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Really phenomenal work.
work.
I think we should all go to one of these events.
Never.
Why not? It'd be fun.
No.
Can you imagine?
He lives so far away. I'm busy.
We see him.
I literally was watching my 600-pound life
Oh
at
my God,
home.
I love that show.
It's my favorite
Should I
show.
start watching that? Because
It's my favorite show.
I saw you tweet about it or Facebook something, and I've never seen it. And it was on the other night, and I clicked on it for just a bit. I'm going to check with Ross first to
You
see
must
if I
watch
should watch
it.
it.
Are you watching My 600-Pound Life, CJ?
No, I'm not.
No? Okay, listen, I want to get Dr. Nowzardin on.
Who's that?
He's the main doctor.
He's
he
in
goes,
Texas.
you are a nibbler.
Are you?
He says to like the people are weigh 600, 700, 800 pounds. They get gastric and they try to lose weight. And he says to their family members, if they don't lose weight, he goes, you are a nibbler. Like enabler.
Oh, that's
but it always
interesting.
sounds like
Nibbler.
a nibbler. And it's great.
You know, that's the fun fact. The whole way I ended up working for Oprah was because of my love of shows like that on TLC and Discovery Channel.
Yeah,
Like literally, that's how I ended up working for
of
Oprah.
course.
I was
Yeah.
going to ask you, Ross, how did you start watching this show?
My 600-Pound Life?
Yeah.
Well, I like the title. and I was like,
Yeah,
because it's
it's a
just
good
so,
title.
it's like a clunky one.
Right.
Right. And
Yeah.
I'm sort of, I appreciate my 600-pound life. It doesn't exactly roll off your tongue.
Right.
And so,
And maybe that's on purpose. It's kind of genius.
yeah, right. And so I watched it, and what I love about My 600-Pound Life is in the first season they followed them for 7 years, so you really saw a journey. But now that it clearly takes too long, so they do follow them for an entire year, and so you really get to like sometimes like they go through a divorce or they have a child, or I mean, so you see these people forever. But what I love is seeing inside people's homes. You know what I mean? I
Oh,
like
yeah.
seeing how people live. I like to see all that.
What are they in? Can they be single? Do they have to be in a relationship?
No, they can be single, of course.
And it shows them in there like how they live, and do they have to be 600 and above, or can they be a little
like
below?
570 could get you on the show.
Okay.
Like basically, like you're morbidly obese, about to die, need to have this gastric bypass, or else you can't live, and so it's their process of going through
So
it.
it's really
And then-
helping them.
Yes, of course.
I like
but it's an
that. Of
addiction
course.
to break, and then you see
Yeah.
how the thing that's fascinating to me inside their houses. It's like when you watch Hoarders and you see like kind of how they make workarounds as pathways. The same thing with like you make workarounds to fit this extra weight that you have because that's more comfortable than actually
Yes.
shedding it.
And let me tell you
interesting.
something. I relate to these people so much.
Really?
Yeah, I know I could get there. They're just people who went from point A to point Z, and I've gone from point A to point F back to point C. We sort of like try to figure it out. But I see how you can go 10 pounds, 20 pounds, 30 pounds overweight. Suddenly you're 400 pounds overweight. I see how it can be done.
Is there
I
one?
sure can. I sure can.
You can, right?
Yeah, I was 340 pounds at one point.
Yes, he
forget
was.
that.
I had
Yeah.
a 44-inch waist.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So I get it.
Yeah.
I saw a clip on Joe McHale's show about a guy that had to rub oil on a woman, and he was like about to throw up or something.
Yeah, they have to be cleaned, with their family.
Yeah.
I'm not, and I am not making fun
No, I
of these
wasn't
people
making
at all.
fun. They
No.
were just showing it on the show.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
and she knew what he was doing, but she was like, you got to rub it on.
You got to do it. You got to take care of your loved
Yeah,
ones.
yeah,
These
yeah.
people you
Yeah.
love who need help. Now, and so you must watch it called My 600-Pound Life on TLC. I would love to have Dr. Nazardin on the show. I follow him on Twitter. He's not following me back. But now, and
'Cause you're a nibbler.
I'm an enabler. Fagsy, I have not steered you wrong. I told you watch Sex and the City. You watched it. You loved it. I also told you to watch The West Wing. Now, I know that you this was last week. I've seen on Facebook you have been watching The West Wing.
Ross,
Yes.
you did not steer me wrong.
Yeah.
Oh.
I have to say, I listen to you. I take your advice. And
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm on, can I just tell you where I'm at?
Yes, please.
I'm on season 1, episode 9.
That's 9 hours of your life you've now given this program.
Now, okay, with Sex and the City, I was really on. I would watch like 3 episodes a night.
Yes.
West Wing is a little slower.
It's a lot slower.
It's a lot slower, and nothing really exciting has happened yet. So, I'm like, it's
You described a night out with me. It's slow and nothing really happens.
I'm really enjoying it.
But I'm in.
I'm enjoying getting to know the characters, like the family, the unit of the White House. I think it's and Martin Sheen is amazing.
Just wait. You have to stay with it because the final, oh my God, the final scene is
the final of the season.
of the series
Oh,
is
wow.
worth. And so the problem is there's 7 seasons and there's like 22 episodes a season and they're all an hour long.
Yeah.
So you do the math and I'll see you next year. But it will be worth it.
Yeah, because I feel like I'm in a lull. Like I'm trying to get past a hump right now because it's kind of boring a little bit, but I'm staying with it.
I never said it was exciting television.
But I'm waiting for something to happen. Like so far, a ship has been lost in a storm. Like that's the biggest thing. And Rob Lowe's dating a hooker or
So
a call
that's
girl.
something.
That's as exciting as it's gotten so far.
Well, trust me, it gets better.
Okay. I love Stalker Channing too. And what an
course.
entrance. I'm glad they gave her such a great entrance.
She wins an Emmy eventually for like season 4 for this show. Yes.
Oh my God. I got goosebumps. I'm excited.
I'm so happy for
Because
her.
I love her so much, and I can look at her. I'm fascinated by her as Rizzo. I keep seeing her, but you don't think
she was
of
Rizzo in Greece. Let me tell you this. So Allison
you watch
Janney
her.
won like
Love
2.
her.
She won like 2 best supporting actress in a drama series Emmys, and then drama series Emmys, and then she won like for 3 lead. She became the lead actress in
Wait,
the
she
show.
becomes the lead on the show?
Actress.
Okay,
good.
I've only seen her in I, Tonya and Hairspray.
Oh,
So this is
did
the
you not
first.
see The Help?
Oh, I did see the. Oh, she was
She was
great
the
in that.
mom. She was
Yes,
the
thank you.
yes, of course.
I'm so enjoying Allison Janney on this. I'm captivated watching her.
Did you
She's
see Howard
so
Stern's
good.
Private Parts?
No,
She's
no.
in that too. Very small
Should I
part.
see that? Is that
yeah, it's a
good?
great movie.
Is it?
Private
Really
Parts.
good.
Yes.
Wait, now can I give you a suggestion to watch something?
Okay.
Come on, please. Maybe you've seen it. What about Revenge?
What's Revenge?
Oh my God, with Madeline Stowe.
Don't watch it.
Isn't
Please,
that
no. See,
Shonda?
okay, that's not fair because when you give me suggestions, I'm like, okay, I listen and then I watch it. Look, I'm not watching. No, please give it a chance.
Talk to me about Boys in the Hood, and then we could talk
I did
about
watch
giving
Boys
Ross
in the
preference.
Hood, and it
Oh,
was
that's right, CJ. No,
How
Ross,
How
that's
long
not.
it took to get there.
It was just
He's
all right
got a
though
good
too.
point.
It's not that great. I like Boys in the Hood, but I don't love it.
If this is Dynasty.
Because
if
you didn't want to love it.
this show's like Dynasty, Ross. Please watch it. It's so much
Revenge,
fun.
is it still
Revenge.
on?
It's still on. It's streaming. It's so. Have you seen it?
I saw it. It got stupid after about 3 seasons.
But
But
it's
I watch
stupid
Grey's
campy.
Anatomy. Like I watch like 2 shows now. Grey's Anatomy.
I
and
like
Housewives.
Grey's
Let me
Anatomy.
tell you what
I do
I
too.
watch.
What do you watch?
I watch Homeland. All right, that's what I like.
I was going to ask you that.
I like a good, slow thinker of a drama that is about whether or not we're going to be safe. I like some shit that could go down in the real world, like a nuclear.
Then don't watch Revenge.
Nuclear, hit or something. How do you stop it? That's what I like. Yeah. I don't want to watch anything fantasy, except I watch Game of Thrones.
I don't watch
Which is amazing.
Yeah, that's good. You know why I watch Game of Thrones. Anyone who listens to this program knows why I watch Game of Thrones.
I have no idea.
The girl that has that haircut? I don't know Game of Thrones. I'm just guessing. I know you've talked about her hair before. Somebody's hair.
No, the Game of Thrones. You don't know why I watch Game of Thrones. Anyone listening?
The men?
Can you see if anyone in the chat room knows? I've said
someone named about Revenge or about
Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones, sorry.
Anyone who listens to this program should know why I watch Game of Thrones. I've said it many times. Trisha just walked in. Trisha, do you know why I watch Game of Thrones?
Anyone knows.
You do?
Yeah.
Mark knows. Both of you. Let's see. Okay, so it's Mark versus Trisha. Can you guys tell each other off mic why and see if it's the same thing, and then if it's different, we'll see which one's right. So Mark and Trisha are walking outside the door. Quickly tell each other right now. Say, I want to see. They think they both know.
It's not Jon Snow.
It's not Jon Snow, but that became the reason why I watched.
Right.
Oh my God! I'd like to melt that snow.
Oh wow.
Okay, so Trisha and Mark both think they know. Trisha, please step up to the mic and say why you think I watched Game of Thrones. Say what you thought. Okay.
I said I completely lied, and I was just saying yes.
Okay, understood.
It's because when Rosie O'Donnell was here on the podcast, she told you that it was too confusing and you wouldn't be able to follow it. So you were like, fuck you, I'll show you.
I would never say fuck you, Rosie. But she did go. She did say, this show's very confusing. You won't be able to follow it, Ross. And I thought, I'm going to watch it.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah. Just because.
So she challenged you, and that's why you're watching it.
And that's why I watch it. And you know what? I'm proud to say I understand a good 35% of it.
I gotta say, Luis in the chat room said Trisha must have crawled through the cat flap.
Yeah, she's hiding.
Because Trisha just showed up.
That's kind of funny.
Trisha's a ninja.
Hey, listen, when we come back, we're going to catch up more with Daria. More Straight Talk on the way.
Funny.
I should get stoned.
Yeah. You guys know I love food, right? You know I love to cook.
Right.
I cook every day. And no matter how packed my schedule gets, I always make time for a good meal. With Plated, dinner is more than just a meal. It's me time. I put on some music, I pour myself a glass of wine, and I follow Plated step-by-step recipes. This week, I'm cooking fish tacos with avocado sauce and Malaysian beef rendang with rice. Right? I didn't know I could make that. Because I cook a lot, but I never really have followed recipes. I just sort of like to taste, you know what I mean?
Throw it together.
With this, I'm cooking things I never thought I could cook. Travel the world from your kitchen. Plated recipes are inspired by cuisines from around the globe. Plated sources artisanal items and high-quality ingredients, including sustainably raised meats and organic produce whenever possible. Plus, everything comes in just the right portion, so you have just what you need to cook, no more or no less. It comes to my house, I open it, I have exactly what I need to cook. I'm not wasting anything.
Awesome.
You know, sometimes you use a vegetable, like half of it, and then you look, 8 days later, you go, oh my God, it's like, I forget, right? Well, I love spending time in the kitchen. You know that's true. I love spending time. The Salvador's in there with me. The dogs are in there. And learning to cook together is fun. It's rewarding. We both look forward to our Plated nights every week. So if you have a sweet tooth, Plated even offers dessert options like molten chocolate cake and no-churn coffee ice cream. I don't partake in that.
I will.
Okay.
Make it for me.
Trust me, you guys, try it. If you're busy and if you want to be able to cook better, learn, try things you never tried.
Yep.
You got to try Plated. Right. Discover your ideal dinner experience. Go to plated.com/Ross. That's Plated, Plated. Plated.com/Ross. You'll get 25% off your first 4 weeks for a limited time only. That terms apply. See plated.com/Ross for details. What is it? Plated.com/Ross.
Hey, everybody. This is CJ from Straight Talk with Ross. Make sure you go to iTunes and rate us. Give us 5 stars. If you give us 1 star, you can suck my dick. Thanks.
Is that our real promo?
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Now, back to Straight Talk with Ross Matthews.
Yes, welcome back to the program. Daria, oh shit, I can't do two sound effects at once until I get a new soundboard. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And they gave me the new soundboard for my computer, but I just haven't dragged the sound effects in. So I'm used to like, so do you have the audience cut off the music? Anyway, Daria.
Yes.
I'm so, in fact, why don't we take that again? We never edit, but can we just take that again? Just leave the mics up and we'll just do that so it's clean, okay? Because that's my mistake. Here we go.
Now, back to Straight Talk with Ross Matthews.
Yes, welcome back to the program. We are here with Daria. Hi, guys. Filling in for Nikki Boyer. How does it feel to be back on the program? Everyone's excited. Listen to the people.
Thank you, people. Oh gosh, no, stop, please. Thank you. No, it's I'm almost like just in awe, like watching you guys. I forget that I'm supposed to input into the show because it's been so long since I've seen you, and you guys are just hilarious. And I even missed Mark a bit.
I know, right?
Do you know what the last text Mark sent me said?
What?
You're dead to me, literally. That's literally the last words he said to me in text.
So Daria went outside during the commercial break. She goes, I'm going to go out in the parking lot because we are in a mall here, right? It's like we're kind of under a thing, you know. And there's a parking lot, and you went into the parking lot to do what?
Vape.
To vape her what?
Marijuana
vapors.
Right.
Vapors.
Oh, I can kind of smell it. Marijuana.
It smells so good.
Can I tell you something? I want to do it.
Why don't you do it?
People I know are doing it.
It's legal.
Everybody's doing it. I voted for it.
Yes.
It's legal here in the great state of California.
It brings in revenue. That's very important.
And also, there's no calories in it. You know what I mean? I can have a little puff of a vape.
Yeah, why not?
Feel good.
Just jump into your cheese puffs and puff.
So where do I? And I know I keep talking about this, but can I tell you? So I go visit my family in Washington State, where it was the second state to legalize it after Colorado, I believe, right? And there it is. You can buy it anywhere. They got people with like the signs. You know how the people stand in the corner and they flip signs with arrows that say mattress, you know, or something like that. No, but they have this. It says weed, pointing you toward shops. Yes.
Do they have someone dressed up as a joint on the corner?
I'm sure
like,
somewhere.
Hi.
And so you just know. Hi. So you know where you can get it. Can I tell you something? I live in California. It's been legal since January. It's, what is it, March? I still don't know where to get it.
Really?
I mean, yeah, you just go into a pharmacy. They have medical marijuana pharmacies, and before they were all medicinal, so you had to have a prescription.
So I know those places. So those places that exist, I can just walk in now and buy it.
You just have to be over 18, I believe. You have an ID. And
what do I tell them?
Just walk in, and they know what you're there for. I mean, it's not like they put a bodega in a place.
You don't have to have an excuse.
The little corner sells weed. It's all just for weed. You're there for weed. We all know what we're there for. And everyone walks out so happy from
Why
the
do you
weed
want to
shop.
smoke pot, Ross?
Like so happy.
Because I want, at the end of the day, to be like, I want to be like,
Mike?
Relaxed?
Yeah, I want to.
I don't know what it does because I don't smoke pot.
I want to be like relaxed. You know what I mean?
It chills me.
And so, but I'm just worried that I'm going to walk into a pot store and I'll be like I'm in like a, you know what I mean, like undercover.
Oh my gosh! Would you wear like a little beret?
With a big trench coat.
A beret and a trench.
I'm wearing a trench coat.
Here.
Big sunglasses.
I'm wearing a trench coat. I'm wearing sunglasses and like a bonnet.
Yes.
Right. I'm like, hey, looking for some pot.
I want this.
I went there. I kept going. I want to know the shoes. What shoes did you wear?
What kind of shoes
would you wear high shoes, like high pumps?
I'm wearing a wedge heel, like a strappy wedge, a trench coat, sunglasses, and a bonnet.
Wow.
The name's Peter.
Pumpkin eater. Peter
the pumpkin eater. And I'm looking for some pot, man. Can you hook a brother up with some marijuana?
Be cool.
Be cool. Hey, man. Hey, over here.
Be cool. Shh, no, I said be cool.
Peter, pumpkin eater.
I said be cool.
Looking for some pot.
No, we don't do that here.
Sir, can I ask you a question?
I like this.
So is that okay?
I'm supposed to be the cop.
So I'm gonna go today. CJ.
What?
Oh.
I'm walking in today to a pot shop.
Pot shop.
What are you going to buy? What would you like? A vape pen? A joint?
Well, when I was in Colorado, I bought stuff.
Herb?
And it was drippies for my tongue, and it was just the TBD.
CBD.
Whatever. And
THC and CBD.
It was the CBD, so I don't get high, and it's a little drop on my tongue. But I wouldn't mind a little high every once in a while.
Right. Yeah, nothing wrong with that. Right. Unless you're an addict like me.
For me. So, yeah.
I wish I could smoke pot.
It's just, I found it got me off other things that I was having to take, you know. Oh, Ross found it.
Daria.
Daria is here. Let's find out what is trending with Daria. Daria, take it away.
Oh, wow. Okay, segment. What is trending is that R.I.P. Stephen Hawking. That's all we talk about. If you haven't heard, Stephen Hawking passed away. Legendary, just man, scientist. And I was talking with a friend last night about this, actually, about, of course, you can look up, if you don't already know, his contributions to science and how he built a computer to be able to communicate with people. But I was thinking, think of what he's done for the disabled community as well. Like, he is, worthy, valid, valuable, just like all the rest of us. We all are, no matter what our exteriors, show. And I think that he did a lot for humanity in that sense as well. So I want to thank Stephen Hawking and R.I.P.
And anybody who, I call these kind of people obstacle factories. The people, because they're constantly like, I can't do that because of this. I can't do that because of this. I can't do this. There's always they throw obstacles in their way all the time. They're like a factory. They're an obstacle factory just because they just are constantly creating obstacles for themselves.
That's good.
Well, if you are an obstacle factory kind of person, take a look at Stephen Hawking and maybe slap yourself in the fucking face a little bit.
Yeah.
And if you haven't, go see that movie, The Theory of Everything.
Yeah.
It's about his life, and it's pretty fascinating.
And also, he gave us Eddie Redmayne through that movie.
Well, no, Eddie Redmayne was in Les Miserables.
I know, but for me, I was like,
Marilyn.
Eddie arrived on the scene for me.
I find Eddie Redmayne attractive.
Me fucking too.
I'm trying to place who that is.
Eddie Redmayne won the Oscar for playing Stephen Hawking.
Know.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
He's got a full lip. He was in The Danish Girl.
He's got a full lip.
He's got DSLs.
I know who it is, yeah.
Yeah, he certainly has DSLs.
Oh, wow. Okay, I know what that means.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a sad thing that he died, Stephen Hawking, because I feel like when I heard about his death that he was now free outside of the physical body limitations and he's able to go into the universe now.
Yep.
You know?
Agreed.
Plus, they're just thin veils.
Yeah.
Of reality.
Things that bother you. Hey, when we come back, Black Attack and Balls Deep. We'll be right back.
Thank you.
Hey everybody, it's Nikki B, and you be listening to Straight Talk with Ross. Hey, make sure to follow us on everything social media because we love interacting with you. On Twitter and Instagram, it's Butch Ricky.
Butch Ricky.
And on Facebook, it's Straight Talk with Ross. Follow us. We love you.
Now, back to Straight Talk with Ross Matthews.
Welcome back to the program, Daria. I think Daria's marijuana's kicking in because she goes, actually, this is during the break. She goes, I've been writing some really powerful music and a mathematical equation.
It's true.
So is the say that again for me. So you're writing music and mathematical equations while you're high?
This is what it's like to be friends with Ross. Like, you're talking to him and you think you're like on like a downbeat moment. It's just like, you guys. And then all of a sudden he clicks and he's like, hold on. Everyone puts the headphones back on. Your music cues up. Okay, what were you saying?
Yeah,
like, that's how it goes.
Because that is maybe one of the most ridiculous sentences you've ever said to me.
And I know it.
So you writing music, and it's great.
Like, and it's really good.
Like what kind of music?
Rap.
Why is that so funny to me? Like, I think
what's funny though is that, but also composition, because I'm a classical pianist, so like it's a mix and it's everything and it doesn't need a label. But I emerged as a rapper, and I'm glad you guys laughed, because even to myself I was like, Daria, you can't.
You emerged as a rapper.
Yeah, I did. Like Sacred Rebel came out, and like some stuff came out of me that was even hidden from me.
Can you give us a preview? Can you do a little rap?
Not here, but I will show you guys off air. But it's like really powerful. And while I was exploring this whole musical side of me, because my God, there's my song.
Yeah, welcome back.
I'm not gonna.
Here in the studio, we have the one and only
CJ.
Daria.
No, it's
Daria, take it away.
Daria of Change. Nope.
Daria of Change with the beats.
I don't get out of bed for this much money. Okay.
Go.
Which is nothing.
Daria.
No,
take it away.
Daria
is a good name.
I want to hear you guys. No, it's Daria
That
of
is good.
Change. Daria of Change.
Daria F. Change.
I'm not.
Do one little rhyme. My name is Daria, and you should know I come to the podcast.
No, I just want to see this play out. I want to see Faxi play it out. You play it out.
Come on.
What do you think I would rap about?
Start. Go.
Do it.
Take it away, Faxi.
My name is Daria. I come to Straight Talk and I take a little puff of my doobie in the parking lot, and then I come back in. I'm so like white gay.
Yeah, and nothing rhymed.
No, like
nothing
soul
rhymed.
in
It doesn't
me.
have to rhyme.
Nothing
Ready?
rhymed.
Just telling a story.
Ready, hold on.
I'm not a rapper.
2, 3, 4. D to the aria, F to the
there you go.
faria. I came in from the west side of Aria. Go. CJ, go.
What did you say?
Nothing.
I
He
see.
said
You
nothing.
do have to rhyme, yeah.
Yeah.
You
So
can't, but you're rapping.
Yeah, rapping and singing as well.
And where do you do it?
In my house, my studio. So I have. Why it's so funny?
So you do it into a mirror?
I have a mic. I have
In a mirror?
a setup, a piano, a baby grand. You've been to my house. I don't have a dining room table. I have a baby grand piano.
So do you look in a mirror while you do it, or how do you do it?
It comes out of me and I black out.
Do you record it?
Yeah, I have I wrote like 35 songs.
I love it.
Can we have some of those recordings?
Yes, but not today. I have to just protect them first.
What? Protect
what's
them
your-
legally?
Mm-hmm.
So
Oh, wow, she's professional. You're serious.
This is just the start of something so huge, and like the Love Gang is here,
What?
I love that.
for the ride. But it's really big because then while I was exploring the music,
What are you saying?
I wrote a mathematical theorem, which I intend to prove on the TED stage in 2 years in the greatest TED Talk ever.
You're going to do it.
Yeah. Oh, no, I
I'm
intend.
laughing.
I've
He is
already
doing
seen
it.
it. It's already happening. You
I
guys.
believe it.
And
Anyone
you're
can-
all a part of it. You know, it's
Right.
my love letter to the universe.
I
and the
love
song
that.
is just the start. The TED Talk is next, and then we're going to win the Nobel Prize for Humanity in 5 years. So.
Okay, can I
Claim it,
please?
sister. Come on
I
now.
love that, Daria, and I know it will root bigger than I will.
I know you can. I want you to lovingly laugh at me.
I am loving
Yeah.
you because it is you're so unique.
Thank you.
But so you wrote a rap and then
I didn't write a rap. I started writing music. Music emerged from me.
emerged from you, and then
a message.
with a message, and that message is
To think for yourself.
got it. Love that.
And not live your life for weekends, and don't even celebrate the weekends. You can't live your life from the back end.
Oh, is that a line? Don't celebrate your life by the weekend.
No, you got it.
You don't celebrate
Keep it
your
under
life
wrap.
by the weekend.
No, we can't talk about this part.
Take it in the back end.
No, well, that's you.
What is the song? This is wonderful. This is wonderful. Daria, will you?
CJ has arrived.
Will you
What's your
please-
rap name again?
That was a good.
It's not. It's
Daria.
just my artist name is Daria of Change.
Daria
At
of
Change on
Change.
Instagram.
Daria Change on Instagram.
Because Hey Love Change is my company. I'm CEO of a company. So
Can you do me a favor?
Sure.
Can you please debut your first rap on this program exclusively?
yes.
Your first rap.
Yeah,
love
there's a
that.
couple of other things going out that'll pulse out. I'm like building a multimedia art project around it as well.
Understood.
But I can reserve something for this if we eventize it.
We will. I will whatever you want. I know what that means. Inventize,
I don't
but
know
I'll
what
do
that
whatever.
means.
I
CJ knows
want.
direction for
Your
digital
first
marketing.
song, yes.
We eventize it. Yeah.
Wow.
She's going to come debut her
Interesting.
Her
Wow.
song.
That's how we save. Yeah, and like the thing
Wow.
is, and to go back to you guys laughing, this was a thing that happened to me as well. It's like, Daria, you're rapping, and you throw in lines about wheat. I start to stutter when I talk about it. I've developed a stutter. That's how much in my head I've been about this shit.
Well,
Have I
that's
ever
great.
stuttered that you've known me?
I don't know. I don't know. I have to check my Daria journal.
Oh my God.
No, I mean like as a like stuttering John
imagine?
Melendez is our friend. He stutters. I don't stutter. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, I just love you.
I love you.
I love you too, and I love your confidence in this. And though we laughed, we were laughing. I wasn't laughing at you.
I
We're
did the
laughing
same
in like
thing to
celebration
myself.
of you. Like it's so fantastic that
Yes.
you're so.
But
like,
also a little bit of shock. Like if someone said, came
A
in and
little
said,
bit.
I won the lottery, I'd be
Yes.
like, okay, great. But I'm so happy for you.
I
Yeah,
am sitting with
exactly.
you guys on the other side looking at me doing the same fucking thing. That's what's happened to me. I'm like, I don't even believe it. I have to project this other. Now I understand Sasha Fierce, why Beyonce created Sasha Fierce. I know. I've leveled up. Leveled up.
It keeps going.
I've leveled up. CJ knows. CJ's like,
Yes.
be afraid.
I
Be very
love it.
afraid.
Time for
CJ.
the black. I could now. I totally understand Sasha Fierce. It's
You know what?
Hashtag
So
bigger
random.
rebel.
That's so awesome.
great.
I know we haven't done a black attack, I think, since before
All
Ross.
the blackness.
The blackness. Since Ross went into the house. So this is like my first one in a long
Oh, I
time.
missed
Feels so
it.
good.
I missed it.
Right. So first off, shout out to Black Panther and Wrinkle in Time,
Yes.
both being in the number 1 and number 2 spots in the movie
Yes.
movie theaters this week, and that is pretty amazing
It
for
is.
2 black directors, first time in history. So I would like to say that.
Wonderful.
I'm going to go through a few things. I'm going to buzz through them, so I'm going to get some things off my chest. Next,
Okay.
I want to talk about Bruno Mars this week because there's been a lot of chatter on Twitter about cultural appropriation with him, especially from people of color. And it's a little stupid to me because I think one person starts something and a lot of people jump on. So it's like somebody starting a fight and a lot
Give
of
me
people.
background. What are
It's,
they? What's happening? For those
People
of
are
us
saying
who don't
that
know.
he's kind of appropriating, taking our music, Michael Jackson and things like that, and not giving props to people that came before him. And he has. And anytime you've ever been to a Bruno Mars show, it's all of his friends on stage, and they're literally all black guys. that play music, that dance with him, that sing background. And he's not out here eating watermelon and a soft shoe dancing across the stage. He's just doing what he does. Now, don't be mad at Bruno, but if you want to be mad at people, be mad at somebody like, and I hate to go there, but somebody like a Justin or a Robin Thicke, to where even when we can go to Justin and look at the Janet Jackson shit that happened and when he had to back off when everybody kind of shitted on Janet.
You're talking about 18 different things, though.
I know, but what I'm saying for me, expressing my point in terms of Bruno Mars, people are coming at him, more so people of color, about him, a cultural appropriation with our music, with black music, and him not giving props, but he does. You know what I mean?
He does, and this confuses me sometimes. Like, why can't, I mean, this Bruno Mars is probably, 30 years old, right? How old is Bruno Mars? He's not that old.
Easily, and I want to say he's like Hawaiian and Puerto Rican.
He's
and
a whole
Filipino, I think.
Yeah, right. Filipino. He's a mix of a bunch of things that...
He's cute.
He's very cute.
Whatever it is, I like
32.
it. But I'm telling you
born
this,
in
like,
85.
can't we just be inspired by music and be paying homage to it and trying to put our own spin on it? Does it have to be about stealing? Like, if I'm good at music, if I'm a beautiful musician and I want to do this kind of music, I can't do this because it was created by somebody of color? I understand. How is he claiming it?
I just think that right now everything is so sensitive, especially with this climate in the world, especially with us, and we want to hold, and we're very valid and holding very true to what we have learned, and by we I mean people of color.
But isn't just like, so I'm putting myself in Bruno's position. Like if I were to do something, if I were to do some sort of R&B song or do whatever you are talking about, right? Some sort of jazz or whatever. Yeah. Just by doing it, am I not paying homage to it? Am I not being respectful to it? Am I not?
I don't think he comes out and says, I've never heard him say, I'm coming out and I'm doing R&B, I'm doing this. I'm just doing what I love and what I know and what I've grown up.
What's in his soul.
Yeah, and so I didn't get on that bandwagon, and so it kind of pissed me off a little bit. So I'm like, don't read into it too much. And I see social media allowing people to jump on a bandwagon, even with that. Now, let me move on to the next.
Okay, go. Down that. Sorry, nobody asked me my opinion. This is your thing, but I just want to talk it out.
No, I get
this
it.
This is a great dialogue, but I love, people are afraid to ask these questions.
So and you should put this in your rap. Write it down.
I thought,
I'm not sorry I told you guys,
what rhymes with Bruno Mars? Appropriation.
Appropriation. Let me work that one out.
Oh, stupid. This next one, and this is just my statement. Nobody hear this on the show. So, if you've been on social, you've seen all the noise that has come around RuPaul and some statements that he recently made, and we don't have to dive deep into them, but it got a lot of people within, especially like the trans community, a little bit upset, and
you have to give context. You have to tell people who don't know.
Okay, so I forget the article. Ross, help me out here, because
I forget, it was a Vulture or something. It was something like that. But there was an article, and they asked, Ru would. It's touchy for me because we're part of it.
That's why I said this is my feeling.
But if we're going to talk about it, you have to give context to people. So please, can you explain what Ru said in the article? I just don't want to.
It was a little bit about real women being able to. Somebody that's interviewing him asked, can real women?
No, can trans women be on the show?
Be on drag show?
And what Ru was saying is drag is an illusion, so it would be a different ball. It would be a different game then. It would be a different thing, because if you are identifying as a woman, you're presenting yourself as female, how it's a different thing. And people all of a sudden were saying, Ru said trans people can't be on Drag Race, which is not the case. Trans people have been on Drag Race. And Ru came out and said, listen, the trans people are my family. You're educating me. I think the way Ru handled it after the fact was absolutely beautiful. And I just want to say, Ru has been the most inclusive person in the history of television. Drag Race is the most inclusive show in the history of television. World of Wonder is the most inclusive production company in the history of television. And we are all still figuring out life.
But they also brought up the term bio women.
I don't know.
Bio women. I've never heard of that.
I don't know. But is that like cis?
like biologically born woman?
So that's what I'm talking about. That's where it came into play. And so it's this hashtag that came out that it was a hashtag on Twitter that said hashtag my drag is beautiful. And it was real women that were like, look, I'm a real woman, but I do love to pay homage to being in drag. So that's what I'm talking about. So all these people were getting upset, and they were like, well, Michelle Visage, should you speak on this? Because a lot of times you say what you do is drag. But
interesting.
I get what RuPaul was saying. I know it's heavy. I get what RuPaul was saying. Do I think it could have been told differently? Yes. But even deeper than all of that, it's a lot of the queens that have come from the show that have started speaking out about it and what he said, and it made me a little upset because, look, he's opened a lot of doors for a lot of people, a lot of drag queens that I've never normally would have known had I watched Drag Race. So I always just say, Ru always says, pay homage to where you've come from. And so I listened to a couple of shows, and one show recently said that RuPaul is like cooning for the white dollar, which made no sense to me.
What?
Cooning for white dollar, meaning like he's showing out. RuPaul has never done that by any means.
RuPaul's been like the steady drumbeat in the background, consistent, always.
Let me tell you something. Ru is love. The show is love.
Right, yeah.
And everybody is imperfect. So don't expect anyone, including Ru and anyone, to be a perfect person who's not going to misstep or missay or whatever, but you need to look into somebody's heart and you need to look at their history and what they have presented to the world throughout their entire lives, okay? So anyone, whether you're someone who's been on the show or someone who has watched the show, you can question, you can think, you can have opinions, you can chew on things, but at the end of the day, you have to look at somebody's heart and what they've given the world. And if you look at Ru, you see nothing but love and you see inclusion and celebration.
And that's what I say. Look at a whole body of work and don't everybody get on Ru's post, every single post, and talk some shit because Ru has been there for us, period, point blank. And lastly, I want to talk about National Walkout Day that's going on today. So I want to big up all the students that are standing up and walking out and doing big things, especially in NYC. And I saw this 18-year-old kid getting up and talking about that. I want people to get out and vote, and this is why I'm out here. So I think for gun control. So I think that is really super amazing.
The kids
and to see
have
that
the
today.
power.
The kids have the power. And I say our generation is trash. So to see this next generation come up and do these powerful things makes me happy. So
I was in my car listening today. Today we taped it when the walkout was. And I was listening to CNN in my car. And you know, the Parkland shooting, I was in the house, the Big Brother house for it. And when I got out of the house, I asked this producer or whoever, and I said, can you just give me something? I need to know something happened in the world. He said there was a horrible shooting, but the kids are rising up and it's changing the game. So I was like, oh, wow. I mean, okay. So I sort of felt like I missed the big cultural moment of the shooting. And I was listening to these kids and I was so moved in the car today because for a few reasons. And let me break down what I think. One, we see these kids, this generation coming up and they're a joke, right? We talk about how they don't know anything. You show them a picture.
I don't agree with that, by the way.
Hold on, but you show them a picture of Secretary of State. They don't know who it is, all these things, right? That's what we see, how we generalize them. I'm listening to these kids speak so eloquently on the news and speaking about something they've been through, how they see the world. I'm so inspired by that. And then these kids, Daria, their next point is, they say, I'm 17 and a half. I'm going to be 18 by November. And they keep making that point over and over again.
Vote.
And they said, we're going to vote. And if lawmakers or people running for office don't want to try to protect us and save my life and save the life of my peers by... We don't get that political here, but let's be real honest. If you don't believe in some sort of gun control, you're not paying attention. Some shit is going down in this world.
Regulated militia is what the phrase actually is in the Second Amendment.
We don't want to take away people's guns. If I grew up going hunting with my dad, I would never want to take away his guns. But there is something going on where you can buy an automatic weapon and go and shoot a... So, okay. We have to fix it. These kids are saying, if these lawmakers aren't with us, we are against them. And this is a whole new generation. They knew they knew Elizabeth Warren, they knew Bernie Sanders, they knew John Lewis. They knew these people. They knew who these lawmakers were. They were educated kids. They were rising up. They didn't care if they got attention. Well, our generation, CJ, you're much older than me, but but we didn't do any of this.
Well, I did.
But okay, Daria, but rap about it. But I'm telling you, like,
you can be flippant about it, but I did.
Just rap about it.
Yeah, but I continue to do it because it continues to be important, even though I'm not in school.
Absolutely.
So I don't accept that dismissal.
Well, I did.
Of my.
I was kidding.
Activism.
You're very much an activist. I was not growing up. I feel like my generation and
which is also totally fine.
From 10 years after me, I haven't seen kids rise up like this and be educated and talk about it, especially a generation that we roll our eyes at constantly is what I'm saying. I'm making fun of you. Point. I would never take away your activism because you do what you do, but I'm talking about this generation.
With social media, it's a different thing because we're able to see it on social media.
And look what they organize. These kids across the nation.
Social media, it helps.
They're doing it, and I'm inspired by that.
It's beautiful.
And it's funny because the students in Washington at Booker T. Washington High in Atlanta weren't allowed to walk out. So the kids in the school took a knee. And so because they weren't allowed to walk out. So that's very powerful.
Oh, I got goosebumps.
Anyways, and so let me just end with all this. I'm hashtag Team Shangela all day. So All Stars 3, I'm riding for Shangela because, look, I want a brown skin queen up in there, and that's all I'm saying. All Stars 3. And Shangela has been killing it. I know they've been doing these retweets, and I know who's in it, but Shangela all day long. That's it.
Well, the finale is this week of RuPaul's Drag Race. You got to watch it.
It
It's on
is?
Thursday.
It's this week?
The finale of RuPaul's Drag Race All Stars 3.
Yeah, I've been watching.
And then next week, season 10 of All Stars begins on VH1. I'll be there for all of it.
I love it.
Make sure you
Good blackness.
Make sure you watch those.
That was great, CJ.
You guys, that was a great. By the way, Ross, I know you would
went deep.
never you were not laughing at me. I know. I was just passionate in the moment of the.
Yes. No, I was
conversation.
Trying to, this is comedy podcast, but that we have some most deepness. So I'm trying to make a joke in the middle of it, but I would never question your act. You do what you do. I can only speak from my POV, and my point of view is when I was 17 years old, I was trying to go to see the Spice Girls.
That's
right. I was not organizing a national march.
You could also do both. You
you can.
Spice Girls.
I think what I loved about that, and I know we're stopped, but I love when. These are the conversations that I have with Ross because Ross really gets deep. And I think sometimes we forget when we listen to this podcast. And I think we saw it a lot on Big Brother.
Yeah.
And when we come back and this is great and we laugh and we got, but thank you for this, Ross. This is what we need sometimes. And we need it from your point. And I know sometimes we want to usher along, but we need this from your point of view and it's good.
I know that people are downloading this show for that, but they're getting it. I think they're downloading it for a smile, a laugh, and escape.
They're getting it for realness. And if you got to keep it real, we're not, jumping out of a clown car. Sometimes they need the release. We get the last, but it's a real world going on.
I'll tell you right now.
I'm happy blackness is back.
I'm happy too. Yeah,
this is why I love it.
Let me tell you something. This show can and will be serious.
I'm gonna walk out. I'm walking out.
I'm walking out with you.
Hey, Daria, we loved having you so much back filling in for Nikki Boyer. Could you do the next episode as well?
Absolutely.
The episode that comes out Monday?
Yes.
All right, so Daria, we're not done with her yet. You're going to get more of her on Monday. Of course, you get more of Fagsy Malone. You can follow him at Fagsy Malone on social media.
Yes.
Daria, what's your social media if they want to follow you?
At Geek Girl Knows and at Daria of Change.
Geek Girl Knows and at Daria of Change.
No post yet, but follow.
Okay. You sure your app name shouldn't be D Aria?
Yeah.
I stand by that. D period Aria.
Wait, D period Daria?
Because I get junk mail sometimes for D Aria.
Okay, D Aria.
Yeah, I like that.
I get junk mail for that. I don't
D
like it.
Okay.
Aria.
You can follow CJ at CJ Life. That's CJAYLYFE. You can follow J Rod at Josh_Rodriguez_.
Relax.
Mark is Bubba the Bucky. I'm Hello Ross. What do we decide for the show social media?
Butch Ricky.
We still got to figure it out.
That was weak. We need to do that again.
You can follow us at Butch Ricky.
Butch Ricky.
Daria, we're thinking of changing the name to Straight Talk Ross or Straight Talk with us, but we can't figure it out. It's all taken. We got to figure this out.
Oh my God, I'm so good at this.
Yeah,
Really?
Okay, good. So Daria, maybe by Monday we'll figure it out. Hey, we have some extra special guests coming in on Monday. You're going to be excited. Listeners of the show will be very excited to see who we're going to talk to. Thanks so much for being a place we can laugh, for a place we can come together and have the conversations that are happening across the nation as well. We're all family here. Fight, we cry, we love, we make love.
We rap.
We'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.
This is an NBC News special report.
Excuse me, wait. Before you go, I have some late-breaking Straight Talk with Ross exclusive news. Well, after we recorded this podcast, we had a summit of Straight Talk leadership. We all came together, ate chicken fingers, drank Chardonnay on ice. Yes, it was buttery. And we chose a new name for our social media. Butch Ricky, no more. We are now known on Twitter and Instagram as Hello Ross Pod. Because I'm Hello Ross and this is my podcast. So Hello Ross Pod. Spread the word and kish kish.